Alright, welcome back to Trigger Warning, Triple P Network. So, my executive editor, he gave me a little bit of advice. He told me not to do these cash lit, so that's why we're doing it as the sun comes up, so I can have the rest of the day off. So, I want to give a big up, shout out to my friend Matt. Yo, Matt, he was the guy behind the idea of this t-shirt, man. So, the idea behind this t-shirt is about 5 years ago, COVID first started. We was having a conversation about like all the different, let's see what they call it, the vaccines and the, saying the boosters. Yeah, they started saying, yo, y'all can't even go out in the public space or get a job or anything like that unless you get all the boosters. So me and Matt was like, yo, man, this is messed up. And Matt said, man, it's just like, all these mutant viruses, just like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I was like, yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Corona Turtles. And, the next day, I went to Rush Order Tees, man. Yo, I got the idea, from Matt, and I was like, yo, let me put that on a t-shirt. Like, a couple weeks later, I come see my man, and I was like, here's a t-shirt. So, big ups to Matt, my man, aka Hazmat. Alright, so I'm gonna give y'all some, alright? When you look at my channel, there's a little bit of knowledge. When you see that greenish, bluish dot as like an icon for my channel, what that is like about a year ago or so, the scientific community for the first time was able to actually capture a photo of a photon, man. Now, photons are one of the smallest freaking particles in the universe, man. They're on a quantum level, but they're almost infinite, man. So what you're looking at, and now if you look at the picture, you're gonna see something, man. To me, that looks like the actual, electromagnetic structure of what's inside of that particle, man. And it almost looks like an hourglass shape. And why? Because you can tell at the center of the structure is like some sphere that's got torsion. It's got, same thing as the Earth's core. You can tell it is most likely rotating, and that's why it produces an energy that you see in the picture. So, since I gave y'all something, now I'm gonna take something from you, man. I'm gonna exercise my karmic right to bring y'all down. Alright, I'm gonna read you the last two. Now, I'm gonna tell you something first before I do this. I'm really bad, as y'all know, people that know me, I'm really bad remembering names, words and stuff like that. But numbers, I got almost perfect photographic memory when it comes to numbers. But words and reading stuff, it's hard for me to, to remember that. So what I've been doing for the last couple of years is whenever I got an errand to run or something important I got to remember, I text myself. Yeah, I send myself a text, and it's the easiest way for me to quickly get to my notes and figure out what the heck I forgot. So I'm gonna read you currently up to date the last two texts that I wrote to myself. And trigger warning, there might be at least one or two people out there, family members, who might not want to hear this. Or somebody who went through the same shit I went through, they may not want to hear this. So I'm just giving you a warning, man. So, last two texts to myself, right? As far as note taking. Thursday, October 9th. Nothing good. 1:56 a.m. Nothing good happens in the middle of the night, man. At least, for most people. For me, sometimes some of the best stuff happens in the middle of the night. Not particularly when I was in the military, because they're waking you up like, get up, all that stuff, man. I'm glad I'm retired. So anyway, Thursday, October 9th, 1:56 a.m. Check this out. My ex-wife was pretty chill the first few years we were together. this girl's, you know what I'm saying? Even though we broke up, she's still one of the most beautiful women on the planet. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my ex-wife was pretty chill the first few years we were together. We were raising 3 kids, working full-time, and didn't have much time to get on each other's nerves. Then she started having episodes of where a switch would flip and she turned into a Karen. During the 5th or 6th year, she became extremely verbally abusive. During the 7th year, she became physically abusive, and when COVID hit, she also became emotionally abusive and was all 3 throughout the separation, divorce, reconciliation, and final breakup. Looking up the definition of bipolar showed that she fit all of the characteristics of that condition. During 2 or 3 solo and couples therapy sessions, her therapist told me that she is only diagnosing her with an emotional disorder, which is a broader term than bipolar. I believe that her therapist is sugarcoating what she tells my ex-wife because she's afraid she'd blow a gasket and quit therapy. That's one of the examples of how much of a control freak my ex-wife is. But I still love her. I mean, she's, you know what I'm saying, if she changed, she like came in through and said, you know, I apologize that she did what my offer was when we first, the second time we broke up. She did exactly that and followed my directions. I might think about it. But, you know, my executive director tells me, don't think about it. Because that's the second time. You don't want to make it 3. Anyway, so my next text was last night, 12:06 a.m. See, everyone born in the 80s knows that cars, TVs, and other devices manufactured by company engineers are always made to start going flat by at least the 87th percentile, because the greedy at the top want it that way for profitable rebuy and maintenance. Adjustments and excuses always follow. Hey yo, don't forget, check the shorts, you know what I'm saying, post a comment, yo, like, subscribe, all that junk, man. Yo, we out, man, yo. Stay up.